Hey everyone, I'm JBizHunts, and in this video, I'm here to help newer hunters with a beginner's guide as you start your Hunter Call of the Wild journey. This is an amazing game that has brought me so much enjoyment since 2017, and I want to share everything you need to know to kick off your experience right. Let's dive in. When you first start the game, you'll likely be placed at one of the two base maps, Leighton Lakes or Hirschfelden. When you arrive, nothing will be unlocked on your map yet. The green icons you will see on your map are called outlooks. And at first, they're the only markers that will be visible until you unlock them. Once you unlock an outlook, a larger area of the surrounding map becomes visible, revealing nearby outposts and points of interest. Next, you'll want to head to the closest outpost. Outposts serve as a rest area where you can change the time, but keep in mind that resetting the time costs you money. Early in the game, you'll want to save your cash for better gear, so avoid changing the time too often. At Outpost, you'll also find an equipment locker where you can swap out gear, buy weapons, collars, ammo, or other essentials. Additionally, outposts allow for fast travel across the map, so I recommend exploring the map early to unlock the outposts and outlooks. Each outpost and each outlook unlocks grants you 100 XP, which helps a lot in those early levels. Lastly, there are points of interest, which are spots that usually tie into the reserve's history. For example, on Leighton Lakes, you'll find a crashed plane as one of these points. Unlocking these gives you another 100 XP, so if you're nearby, it's definitely worth grabbing the free experience points. The early stages of the game can be challenging, but the good news is that leveling up is quick in the beginning. As I mentioned, unlocking outlooks, outposts, and points of interest net you 100 experience points each. Harvesting animals also gives experience, ranging from 100 experience for something like a female deer to as much as 500 experience for larger animals like male lions. On average, expect around 150 to 200 experience points per harvest. Remember, you'll need to collect your kill to earn the experience points. You can also gain experience by completing missions. These typically reward you around 250 experience points, but come with additional benefits like cash rewards. The two base maps alone offer 98 missions each. Besides the 250 experience points per mission, they also pay out over 1,000 in-game currency, with some missions offering even more. Earning quick cash early on will allow you to purchase better weapons like the 7mm rifle, which is great for taking down larger animals and costs 36,000 in-game currency. Most missions also involve harvesting animals, which earns you XP in the process. For example, a mission might require you to harvest 2 black-tail bucks weighing over 75 kilograms on Leighton Lakes, giving you both the experience and the in-game cash. In the Hunter Call of the Wild, there are two main ways to earn money: harvesting animals and completing missions. Missions provide the highest early game payouts, but harvesting animals can earn you anywhere between $250 and $1,800 depending on the animal, its score, and your harvest checks. For example, harvesting a whitetail buck might earn you $750 to $900 in-game cash, while a gold scoring black bear can bring in nearly $1,500. You'll need cash for essentials like ammunition, bigger weapons, collars, and time resets. One of the biggest expenses comes when you want to start taxidermying your animal trophies for your lodge. Now that you've unlocked an outlook and an outpost and are ready to explore the map, I want to explain the HUD in the bottom right corner of your screen. The HUD is crucial to how you hunt in the Hunter Call of the Wild, so let's break it down. The circle with the NEWS and an arrow with a green cone is your compass, and it's very important. The arrow always points forward, and the circle rotates to show the direction you're heading in: north, east, west, and south. The green cone indicates the wind direction and how your scent is being carried. If the cone is wide, it means the wind is slower but spreads your scent over a larger area. A narrow cone means the wind is fast but spreads your scent over a smaller area. Always approach animals with the wind blowing down, left or right. If the cone is pointing up and you're moving forward, animals will likely smell you within 200 meters. The large green number and the smaller number next to a bullet or an arrow icon represent your ammo count. In the screenshot, I have 4 bullets in my magazine before needing to reload, and 165 bullets in total. The heart icon is your breath indicator. If the heart isn't pulsing quickly and remains white, you're calm, making for steadier shots. If it's pulsing fast or turns red, usually from running, your character is out of breath. Take a moment to slow down and wait until it returns to white before taking your next shot. The line icon represents your visibility. A straight line means animals will have a hard time seeing you. If there's no line, You're practically invisible. This typically happens when you're in the thick brush or a hunting stand. A half circle means you're partially visible, with a full circle means you're highly visible and animals will spot you much sooner. The speaker icon with the 3 dots shows how much noise you're making. 3 dots indicates you're quiet. 1 or 2 bars means you're making some noise but still approaching cautiously. If it's 3 bars, animals are more likely to spook the closer you get. Red bars means you're being too loud. Running through bushes or leaves, for example, will create more noise than walking or crouching. So try to avoid brush to reduce your noise level. As you level up, you'll earn skill points and perk points, alternating between the two until you hit level 36. After that, you'll only gain a point every 2 levels until you reach level 60. Let's start with skill points. Skill points enhance your hunter's abilities. There are 2 skill trees, the ambusher and the stalker. Some skills reduce your noise or visibility, while others help you identify animal trophy ratings and health. Certain skills improve your tracking or make you more effective with callers. I'll cover skills in more detail in a follow-up video, along with skills that I personally use. Perk points, on the other hand, increase your proficiency with weapons. You can personalize rifles, bows, handguns, and shotguns. Some perks are useful across all weapon types, while others are tailored to a specific weapon. For example, rifle perks, such as zeroing, which improves your shot accuracy for any weapon, are especially useful early in game. I'll also be doing a detailed video on perk points to accompany this guide as well. Need zones are areas where animals go to eat, sleep, or drink. They return to these zones at specific times daily. Spotting an animal or investigating tracks near a need zone reveals it on the map. Once you unlocked, you can always return to these zones during the appropriate times to find the animals. Each species has a consistent need time. For example, white-tailed deer on Leighton Lakes always drink between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. Knowing when animals feed, drink, and rest will help you target them more effectively. Drink zones, especially around water sources, are often the easiest places to hunt. They usually offer the best visibility compared to the rest of the feed zones or rest zones, which are often located in wooded areas where sightlines are obstructed. If you're struggling to find animals, I recommend checking the map for rivers or lakes. You're likely to find species drinking near the water's edge at any time. Running around the map will spook most animals within 200 meters. If you're running towards a water source, set a waypoint. When you're about 225 meters away, stop running and start walking to reduce noise and avoid scaring off nearby animals. Once you're within about 125 meters, crouch, and crouch walk the rest of the way for the quietest approach. You could also walk everywhere. Though it's a little bit slower, you'll encounter more animals along the way as you move between need zones. Now that you know where to find animals, how to use the wind to your advantage, and how to approach animals, it's time to focus on shooting at lower levels. Shooting can be tough because the starting rifle has limited zoom and no zeroing options. The default range for Ranger 243 is 150 meters. Until you unlock the Hyperion scope and zeroing perks, here's my advice. When you spot an animal, crouch to stabilize your scope and reduce visibility. Place a marker on the map where you spotted the animal, and crouch walk until you're within 150 meters of the animal. This way your shot will be accurate at the default zeroing range and the crosshairs will hit your target. If you're too close, you'll shoot too high. If you're too far, you'll shoot too low. Aim for vital organs like the lungs, especially with a broadside shot, as they give the largest target with the animal being sideways. To get the maximum score from your harvest, you need to pass all 4 ethical checks. This will give you the most experience in cash. The 4 checks are: number 1, hitting a vital organ, heart, lungs, liver, or neck. Number 2, limiting your shots to 2 or fewer. If you mess up the first shot, you can still pass with a second vital hit, but a third shot will fail the check. Number 3, avoiding trophy organs, example like head or antlers, as damaging these reduces the value of the trophy. And number 4, using the correct weapon and ammunition class for the species. The game promotes ethical hunting, so overkilling a small animal or underpowering a large animal will in fact fail this check. Failing any of these checks will lower the animal's medal score and reduce your experience and cash rewards. As you progress, you'll learn more about trophy sizes and difficulty levels. Animals are awarded medals. No medal for females, in most cases. Bronze, silver, gold, or diamond, based on their size and passing all harvest checks. The higher the difficulty level, the better chance for a higher medal score. For example, white-tailed deer have a maximum level of 3, while a red deer can go to maximum level of 9. Each species' difficulty and size determine the medal potential. As you hunt, you'll accumulate weapon scores. Each time you harvest an animal, you gain points towards the weapon type you used: rifles, handguns, bows, or shotguns. For example, the Hyperion Scope requires a 900 plus rifle score to unlock. So using the starting Ranger 243 rifle, you'll need to harvest around 20 animals to unlock it. Some gear requires levels to unlock, like the Apex View binoculars, which have a built-in rangefinder and are available at level 29. Check out the gear options and plan accordingly so you know what to save for and how to unlock it. My last tip: don't waste money on backpacks. And definitely don't equip them if you've already purchased it. They double the noise you make for only a small increase in carrying capacity. If you want to spook every animal and just enjoy a nature walk, then by all means grab one. Otherwise, skip it and save your money. That's it for this guide, fellow hunters. I hope this helps you get started and enjoy the amazing game that's brought so much joy over the years to me. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more tips, tricks, and content. Until next time, happy hunting.